We'll start this morning with some big breaking news, positive news for Arsenal.
Arsenal's 3-0 victory over Nottingham Forest at the Emirates Stadium should have been a straightforward celebration of footballing dominance. The Gunners controlled possession, dictated the tempo, and showcased their quality in attack, with Martin Zubimendi scoring twice and Victor Gyökeres adding a clinical finish. On paper, it was exactly the kind of commanding home performance Arsenal fans crave. Yet, instead of basking in the glow of another convincing result, much of the post-match discussion centered on one thing: a highly controversial VAR decision that denied Arsenal a seemingly clear penalty. The moment came midway through the second half, when Victor Gyökeres, who had been a constant thorn in Nottingham Forest's defence, made a strong run into the box. As he attempted to control the ball and line up a shot, a Forest defender clattered into him, sending him tumbling to the ground. From the stands, the reaction was immediate. Tens of thousands of Arsenal supporters rose to their feet in unison, screaming for a penalty. Replays shown around the ground appeared to confirm what they saw: significant contact that had impeded the striker. The referee, however, waved play on, signaling for the game to continue. Arsenal players protested, surrounding the official in disbelief. Supporters inside the Emirates expected the VAR team to intervene and overturn the decision. After all, the foul seemed clear-cut. Gyökeres was denied an obvious goal-scoring opportunity inside the box. But after a lengthy check, VAR shockingly upheld the referee's call. No penalty. The decision sparked fury across the Emirates. Fans jeered loudly, and chants of "VAR is a joke" reverberated around the stadium. On social media, Arsenal supporters quickly vented their frustration, posting clips of the incident that, to many, showed indisputable evidence of a foul. Pundits joined in the chorus of criticism, with several calling the decision inexplicable. One post-match analyst summed it up bluntly: if that's not a penalty, then what is? Gyökeres was clearly bundled over. VAR exists to correct these mistakes, but somehow they've made it worse. What made the controversy sting even more was the context. Arsenal were already leading comfortably, with goals from Zubimendi and Gyökeres putting them in control. But fans argued that decisions like these matter far beyond the scoreline. In tighter games against title rivals, being denied a penalty could be the difference between 3 points and one or none at all. "We can't afford these kinds of errors when the margins are so fine in the title race," one Arsenal supporter posted on X. Despite the controversy, Arsenal's actual football on the day was sublime. Zubimendi, a recent addition to the squad, produced his best performance in an Arsenal shirt yet. His first goal came in the opening half after Arsenal pinned Forest deep in their own half. Picking up a loose ball just outside the area, Zubimendi unleashed a thunderous strike that arrowed past the goalkeeper and into the top corner. The Emirates roared with approval. It was a goal worthy of the highlight reels, one that set the tone for Arsenal's dominance. After halftime, Zubimendi doubled his tally. Arsenal's intricate passing carved open the Forest defense, and when a low cross was fizzed into the box, the midfielder timed his run perfectly to slot the ball home. His brace not only put Arsenal in complete command but also showcased his ability to influence games at both ends of the pitch. For fans, it was a glimpse of why the club had invested heavily in him, a player capable of scoring and dictating play with equal authority. Victor Gyökeres, meanwhile, capped off the afternoon with a goal of his own. The powerful striker had been relentless in pressing Forest's defenders and making clever runs in behind. His persistence paid off when he latched onto a through ball, shrugged off his marker, and coolly slotted past the goalkeeper. The goal was a just reward for his tireless performance, though his afternoon was marred by the penalty incident that dominated the headlines. Even with the result beyond doubt, Arsenal fans left the Emirates buzzing with mixed emotions. On one hand, they had seen their team dismantle Nottingham Forest with ease, scoring 3 fine goals and showing the kind of attacking fluency that makes them genuine contenders. On the other hand, there was a lingering bitterness about the VAR decision, a sense that their team had been robbed of a rightful penalty, and by extension, robbed of fair officiating. The debate over VAR has raged since its introduction, but incidents like this add fresh fuel to the fire. Critics argue that instead of eliminating controversy, VAR has only magnified it, with fans now enduring long pauses in play only to see baffling decisions upheld. Arsenal's denied penalty was just the latest example in a long list of questionable calls, and it raised pressing questions about consistency, transparency, and accountability. Supporters don't just want decisions explained, they want them to make sense. From a title race perspective, Arsenal cannot dwell too long on the injustice. 3 points are secured, and the performance was excellent. But the broader issue remains: if VAR can miss a decision this obvious, what happens in a season-defining clash against Manchester City, Liverpool, or Chelsea? Arsenal fans know all too well that a single moment can decide a season, and being on the wrong end of a VAR blunder could prove catastrophic. For now, Mikel Arteta will focus on the positives. Zubimendi's brace demonstrated his growing influence, while Gyökeres' goal and all-round display offered further evidence that he is the striker Arsenal have been crying out for. Defensively, Arsenal looked solid, restricting Nottingham Forest to very few chances and maintaining composure even when frustration threatened to spill over. Still, the match will likely be remembered less for the goals and more for the controversy. Arsenal deservedly won 3-0, with Zubimendi and Gyökeres shining. Yet, once again, VAR has stolen the spotlight, leaving fans, pundits, and players alike scratching their heads at how such an obvious foul could be dismissed. The victory strengthens Arsenal's position in the Premier League, but the debate over VAR rages on. Until consistency is restored, matches like this will continue to be overshadowed by controversy. For Arsenal, it was 3 points gained, but also another bitter reminder of how easily football's biggest moments can be marred by technology that was supposed to protect fairness, not undermine it.